F5, tell us what games of stream you play and stream.
So the games that I play and the games that I stream are usually a little like there's some overlap, right? Like most recently, I have started playing. Most recently, I've started playing like Diablo 2 again. That's kind of like the first game in a while that it's been like a full send to play.
Yep.
But the but I also like I stream a lot of like chat integration and kind of like chat based games. We play a lot of Ravenfall. That's probably the game I haven't checked in a while, but I think that's the game that Stream Raider says is my category.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I a lot of chat based stuff. But from yeah, Lockmaster knows the D2R is where it's at, and I spent way too much time playing it pre-ladder, so sitting around waiting for the ladder to start. Magic the Gathering is a game that I've played on and off since the '90s, right? I've been in like a love-hate relationship with League for like the last 10, 12 years. It feels like
Nice.
like a perennial silver player, right?
Yeah, that's
The
cool. It seems like you're interested and you played a lot of different variety of different games.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I have a very short attention span, so like for something to stick, especially like for something to stick for as long as Stream Raiders has, is kind of like not my not my normal jam.
I think that's actually a really interesting point because most games you would play for like a year, maybe a two, but like Stream Raiders doesn't get boring with all the things they're doing, like dungeons and all that stuff. Like it's keeping
Oh
people
yeah,
interested.
and they all the game types just build on each other, right?
Yeah,
So it's pretty cool the way that they kind of like they keep you hooked.
yeah. So, how do you start playing Stream Raiders? Do you remember your first captain?
I do. And actually, I mean, I don't know if this happens for other people, but every time there's like a major update, like it totally resets like my captain spot. Like if there's an open captain spot, it like puts him in it, even though he doesn't run battles anymore. So his name is like he's a miniature painter named Seafox, and it totally like sets him back into the captain slot, even though like it's a weird thing. I don't know if it's a mobile thing, but yeah, no, but yeah, his name. So he's a miniature painter, which is what I like. Kind of came back to Twitch to find out more about, like painting like toy soldiers and stuff.
Right.
But
Okay.
and he would run like 10 battles a week during like two-hour streams or like 3 2-hour streams, kind of deal. Like at most like 10 battles a week, and I placed with him for probably like 3 or 4 weeks before I realized I could do other stuff. Like I could place with other captains, like that there was like things to level. It was just kind of like, the couple people hanging out there, that's what they were doing. And so I just kind of like started playing there. But yeah, it was probably like 3 weeks before I was like, oh, I can place with other people. Like I would like wait for him to like run that he would like start a battle, go
Right.
offline, and then that was just like the end of it for the next day. I would like collect the reward when he ran the battle. Like I had no idea what I was doing for several weeks while I played.
That's actually
Um,
cool. Like you found Stream Raiders from a person that doesn't stream main Stream Raider category. That's
Oh yeah,
yeah.
no, and that's kind of like it wasn't until I started trying to find more information about Stream Raiders that I came to like the Stream Raiders category, and I was like, oh snap, there's a lot of other people here looking for like the same information as me, and that's where I found I started placing with J20 and PvP when I first kind of like found the Stream Raiders category, and another guy named K Factor
Right.
who I don't think is streaming much anymore, but he's totally like the guy that I like hung out with while he was streaming, and we played a lot of Stream Raiders kind of deal. He's also the one that first showed me Ravenfall, and yeah, no, like those were like the first two captains that I can remember being like placing with and being like consistently playing with.
Nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. J20 does a lot of awesome PvP battles. He does really long ones, and yeah, he's a great captain.
Oh yeah, yeah, for
Ooh,
sure.
Legend. This is rigged. Legend won the bingo game.
Nice.
Nice. Congrats, Legend. They're gonna run another bingo quickly. So F5. Out of the game modes, I think you kind of alluded to it earlier, and I know you're a big dungeons guy, but out of the campaign, PvP, and dungeons, which game mode do you like, and why?
I like so I this question comes up like a good bit, right? Like
Yeah.
which game mode do you like? And I act like this is the one thing that I have like a sports analogy for. I'm terrible at sports for the most part. I
Right.
don't understand most of them, but I wrestled for a really long time, and like campaign is like the practice, right? And like your matches against other teams are like PvP, and then like the tournaments, like the tournaments and like how you go to like progress through the harder parts of wrestling, like that's kind of like dungeons, right? And you can't just do one aspect of wrestling, right? You can't just practice, you can't just go to the matches, you can't just go to the tournaments, like any one of those three things. It's not gonna it's not gonna work, right? Like you kind of like you need all three, and it's like it's one of the things that like if you take those three components, I really think it makes like Stream Raiders like more than the sum of its parts, right? Because like all three kind of like build on each other in a way that like your community benefits if you do all three consistently.
Right, right. That makes sense. Like that.
Uh,
And I think that
oh,
the downtime for dungeons also let you just go back to campaign or PvP too.
yeah, and I think that there's a lot of stuff with campaign where it's like, hey, even if it feels like you're doing the same thing, kind of like over and over again, especially as you're like burning through a campaign 2 and 3 and 4 times, like getting to the super bosses and stuff, like it can feel like it's a little bit monotonous, but like it really is like you're getting that scroll every placement. It's like literally just putting in the reps, right? To be able to play the other ones. And like I think that the people that do the best in dungeons and PvP tend to enjoy putting in the reps, right? Like, it's kind of like if you enjoy the workout, you're going to probably see better results when you're, I don't know, trying to like flex on people or whatever.
Nice. I like that analogy. It's something I've never heard before, but it makes sense. So,
I,
yeah.
I don't have many sports analogies, so like if it doesn't fit into like a clear cut wrestling thing, I'm not good. Like that's pretty much all I got.
Right. Awesome. So, the next thing I would talk about is I'm going to switch over to the game and open your skin shop briefly and take a look at some of your skins because I think
Okay.
you got some exciting and creative stuff there. Let me just
Oh,
quickly.
thank you. We try really hard to come up with stuff that translates well to skins, right?
So I'll
It's
go down to like the start of your career with your flag bearer first, and I'll try to show you on screen as well, so we see
uh,
your
we're pretty
awesome.
hype about our flag bearer. We do big things with the flag bearers, so that is it's the one we've had the longest, but it's also the one we rely on the most.
Nice. Okay. So we see your flag bearer and your pretzel head skins and your bomber. So let's talk about that first. So tell us about your flag bearer.
Okay, so the flag bearer is just the logo, right? Oh my gosh, peanut butter wrap at TwitchCon. Oh man, I didn't win the ticket. I didn't win the ticket to TwitchCon, so I don't know if I'll be able to make it. But but the flag bearer is just like the F5 logo, right? It's the same thing as my profile picture
Yeah.
because pronouncing it is not easy, right? Like it's something that people struggle with. So I was like, I'm gonna put it as my profile picture. My cousin, who was kind of like the person I was bouncing ideas off of as I was like starting to try and stream, he was like, you can't stream with the like the generic picture. You gotta have something. And I was like, all right, so yeah, no, it's and we Sever Amonto, who is a Stream Raider captain and super dope artist, did the font for it, the F5, and he actually did like the pixel by pixel design to make it like yeah, it's something I say a lot about skins. You got to be able to like see it from space, right? So like
Right.
the idea was to like make the F5 something you could see from space, so people would know like that's how you pronounce it, kind of deal.
Yeah. And I think it turned out well. I think that during I saw a lot of F5 flags, especially during the launch of the flag, and
Oh
then
yeah, we
yeah.
we managed to build a giant F5 out of them on during the dev stream, and that went over pretty well. That definitely raised some eyebrows, I think.
Yeah.
They but yeah, no, we get pretty excited about our flag.
Awesome. One other thing is that your pretzel head skins. How do you even think about that idea?
So anybody that hangs out in the stream knows that like I'm kind of like the side attraction. My 3-year-old who I spend all day every day with is kind of like the main. That's why hearing her yell at me in the background, I'm pretty sure is why people show up. But she just she really likes pretzels that are shaped like pretzels. She doesn't really like pretzel sticks. She doesn't like the waffle pretzels. It's like pretzels, pretzels that are shaped like pretzels. And so she would ask for those a lot on stream, and we were like, okay. My initial head skin design got denied, and so I was just like, you know what, give me a pretzel, and it turned out. I mean, I'm biased, but I we got like one of, if not, it's like one of the best head skins in the game. It's super clean. You can see it from
Yeah.
space, right? Like you know it's a pretzel.
It's awesome. It's got some transparency as well between the actual loop, so it worked
Yes,
out really well.
and I that was kind of like, so I initially pitched them a head skin that was like a balloon floating above the shoulders of the unit. And so like to try and get the same transparency kind of deal, like being able to see through it. And but that didn't work. They were like, no, that's not a thing, bro. And then so I was like, all right, pretzel. That and it
Nice.
worked out.
And then your bomber. I love your bomber.
I really like the bomber too. The bomber is based on the Banksy art that's in the West Bank, and it's back here. It's something that I've just kind of like always had on my desk, kind of deal. Like and it's something that I really enjoy, that kind of like stenciled street art style, which is what I wanted to go for in the original bomber concept.
Right. Nice. Amazing. And then this one is the one that I think everyone was kind of shocked. The next one, your F5 Rogue. So that one
I
was.
I guess yeah, people were surprised by it, right? But like to me, it totally, and it kind of like came out right before Sportia, so it was like, you know, I it kind of fit right in. But that's literally like, there's a song called "The Streak" from like, I don't know, like the '70s or '80s. I was on a cassette tape in my dad's truck, so like that to like data, but I no, it was a song that was just kind of like always there growing up. And then I have a picture, if you want to see, like I can show you the picture that we sent them,
Sure.
for to try and like pitch the idea. It was such a simple concept to send them, but I sent them this picture.
I
Like
love it.
I fixed it up in Canva, and I sent this to my CTV contact because I spent a lot of time. It's just like a Google, like an image I found on Google when I was trying to figure out like how to send my CTV contact a naked guy with a knife without actually sending my CTV contact a naked guy with a knife, right? Like I'm not trying to just like slide in their DMs with like a naked dude, so I had to like figure out how to do it tactfully, I guess. And that's what I came up with. And it was, you know, it was such an easy thing for them to kind of like visualize from there, I think, right?
Yeah.
But no, I had no idea that people would like it so much. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And then one thing we do with pretty much all the skins is once I get back the ABC, I have a skin preview and like a skin discussion community in my Discord, and we kind of go over the animations. And I hope I'm not misremembering this, but I'm pretty sure that like someone in chat, I don't want to call them out specifically, was the first person to be like, oh yeah, the bar should spin. Like, but yeah, it was just like, oh man, like that. It just kind of like stuck from there, right? Like
And the funny,
the
I guess the thing is that it also looks like you sort of.
I've heard that. I think that that's kind of like become the meme of it. The it's it's definitely like if you use the emote that we have, you're implicitly agreeing that it's not me because it's
Right.
F5 not. So anybody that uses my animated emote of the skin is
Yeah.
that's a tacit agreement that you agree that it is not me,
Right.
legally speaking. It's a binding contract. Anytime you use it's 100% agreeing that it's not me. But no, it's actually a dude we like found out recently. Like he's like a dude that streaked in London in the '70s. His name was Michael. Like it's just kind of like stuff that I never thought I would know, right?
Right.
But like no, he's totally part of like this like global like streaking thing that happened in the '70s. Like it was just so far beyond my understanding of it. Like it was just a cassette that was in my dad's pickup truck kind of deal, right? And I'm pretty sure I like Googled like classy streaking while I was trying to like figure out like how to send it in.
That's amazing. That should be. That should. You should have a skinathon like stretch goal. Like you're gonna go out and act
You
as
I
Michael.
I we've looked up the like bodysuit, you know, like they
Yeah.
have like the green screen
Yeah.
suits. They have that in like just kind of a skin tone, so it's on the radar. It's
Right.
on the radar.
Nice.
The
That's awesome. Uh,
I right no, we've had it suggested that like put people's names on the bar kind of deal. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think that far ahead most of the time.
That's awesome.
They,
I want to move on to some of your newer skins in the game. So,
okay.
oh,
We've had a lot of really good ones come out recently.
but
I
wasn't
say
it?
a lot, like it, like that. I'm really happy with like all of the skins that have come out, but like we've had a couple recently. Like I personally really like all of them because they kind of all have like a story for me kind of deal. Oh man, the battle's ready to
Yeah, I'm
begin.
gonna quickly just
While
run the
you do
battle.
that, I'm gonna make sure I'm placing units.
Sure. Thank you everyone for epics. I got Serious Slower with epic. Everyone, thank you for your epics. Look at Sus and his Sus Mage. What a beautiful skin right there. Got 3 Sus Mages here. Got the epic Rogue, epic Barb. Hope everyone enjoys your skins that you won today. We got a KMT Berserker. I love that too. A lot of beautiful skins in the game. Thank you for dropping me, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a good time playing some bingo, winning some skins. Yo, legend! Legend! Giving that epic rogue to Rufus. Look at those epic rogues running. Look at them running. Eric Garfield, your epic rogue is there too. I love it. Curtis with the golden F5. Oh my god, that was so funny. F5. Someone used a golden skin and just charged into monsters and died.
There he goes. There. I, I, I guess this. I have a delay on the stream, so like I'm trying to follow along at least with chat and stuff. So I don't know how long ago he ran away, but oh man, like I see that a good bit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like this event is a little more rogue friendly than the last one, but I saw so many naked dudes get pummeled by snowman mittens last month. It was rough. It was rough, especially when people are like, it kind of looks like you. It's like, nah, man, he just got pummeled. He's catching hands from little snowmen all month. It was terrible. Anybody that placed a rogue last month, it died to snowman mittens. I don't know if you think something else might have happened, but no, it got pummeled by snowman mittens every single time. Especially those portals that were on the wall, so all the snowmen would stack up. Oh, and then they'd get you all at once. Yeah, no, every rogue you placed last month got killed by snowmen.
Right. Sus is carrying us with his mages. Sus is helping us burn down some stuff.
Oh yeah, no, these ones are tough. You gotta make sure that you can prioritize the soft body stuff with AoE damage.
Read Paul Pierre's comment.
Oh man, oh gosh. Oh gosh. Let me scroll up. What am I?
You just said it. Like, it was pretty funny. The rogue.
Oh. Rogue. Oh no. Oh no. That you know what? It's they. Seeing the rogue die hurts me. Like, and it happens so often. Like, right. Rogues are never the last guy standing in battles, right? Like, they.
But you know what? Rogue with good boons and dungeons are the heroes.
They are, but even on their good days, right? Like maybe on a Jerry map, right? You'll have some rogues standing there like, oh yeah, we just stabbed this guy real good. But most of the time, man, if you don't have classic comeback, you don't have. They never die. They never die. Or I'm sorry, they never live. They always die.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, that's
cool.
Right. It unless it's PvP, right? And then at like the last second, somebody placed a rogue in the back, and it just comes up and like stabs all the archers real quick in the last couple seconds. Last second rogues always get me in PvP.
Yeah. Especially at the back, like a Swiffer rogue in the very back corner, you just don't see it.
Yeah, or right. Using some of the defensive zones that you see in the PvP maps to be able to get like the latent rogues.
Yeah. Okay, let me go straight back to the scene, all the F5's new skins, and also we got a bingo starting in 2 minutes and 50 seconds, so make sure you get bingo cards, and we get more skins gifted out. Let's go back to the store now.
I'm gonna place my unit for you. What do I have that I can? Oh, I got my Proto League flying rogue. Love this guy.
Nice.
I don't know if it's any good on this map, and I don't know if I'll be able to find a place to stick an epic before it gets. There we go. I just nested it with another epic, and so nobody was able to block me that time.
Awesome.
But yeah, let me like this. Oh man. So this is like the first time I've ever like sent video to somebody else's stream, so I had no idea what I was doing. I mean,
Right.
like
It turned out
some
well.
random
I
speed.
like your background and like you got some glittery
Oh,
yellow stuff.
yeah, yeah, no, it's kind of like all the same assets that I would normally use for the stream, but I like most days, I don't exactly know how the audio is going to work, so
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Yeah, no, working in OBS has become like if you don't want to learn OBS as a hobby, like streaming is probably something that you should take. It's a project, man. Like working in OBS is like it's not easy. I mean, I struggle with it. Like I'm sure there's other people who are just like good at it, but I'm not one of those people.
Yeah. It takes a lot of work and like learning the tricks and the tips. It's like there's so much you can do as well. So,
Yeah,
um,
right.
so wow.
Yeah,
So I actually I like I see the Shadow and Gold Rogue that you made as Shadow and Gold versions.
right. No, so the gold rogue. Uh, when I did my first skinathon where we unlocked the rogue, like our first gold skins, I only had two full skins out, right?
Yeah.
And so that's the only thing I had to give codes for. And so like we gave out something like 90 skins in the first skinathon, and like 55 of them were rogues, right? And so like and that was kind of like shortly after they had come out, really, like just a couple weeks. So like from the very beginning, there's just been tons of them like out there, and then like the gold one, just the with the rogue being so popular, like I asked what people wanted, and they were like, obviously, Gold Rogue.
Yeah.
The and the Shadow one, kind of the same way. Especially after someone with a lot more foresight than me was like, "Will the projectiles have the shadow effect?" And like once I saw the answer to that, I was like, "Okay, well that limits where I would want to go with it." Just to kind of so like I didn't want to take a chance, because like the shadow skins were all handled separately.
Yeah.
So I was like in a different manner than we would normally see. So I was just like, I know the rogue will look great, like
Yeah. For sure. So some of your, I really like your healer skin as well. It's really creative. So tell us about your healer skin.
It's a bucket of paint. We call him Scrunch. He hops around, and I had to explain what the word scrunch meant, like in the skin description, because I had used that. Like that was something I guess that didn't make it that didn't like translate well to the skins. So I had to like I sent him a GIF of like a kid sack racing like this like a scrunch. So but no, it throws green paint everywhere, right? Like, and when
Yes.
healers are out there doing their thing, right? Like the map is just like green pulses, and so the idea was he's just throwing green paint everywhere. They,
Awesome.
and he's an
And
adorable paint can that hops around. It's another one that I like drew in Canva and sent them the idea, like, and they nailed it. Like they definitely took what I sent them and like made it amazing.
amazing. The next one is actually from a poster. So let me know. I saw this in your Discord too, and I think it was a great idea. So your paladin.
Yeah, that's based on Rosie the Riveter,
Yeah.
which is from like the like World War II, kind of like the civil service posters that were. I think that they were in the U.S. originally. It's kind of like a global thing now. She's kind of like popped up everywhere. But like specifically, I worked with this lady. I was building scaffolding back in the day, and I worked with this lady, and she had this like super detailed, like perfectly shaded Rosie the Riveter, like right on her shoulder, and she was just like totally badass. And so ever since then, I've been like, oh yeah, like Rosie the Riveter is super dope. Like, and I kind of like looked it up from there, and so like the idea of having like a big strong paladin with a giant wrench, because rivet guns don't actually wouldn't translate well to stream raiders. Like it looks kind of like a jackhammer.
Right.
It's like a big, like I think it's pneumatic. It has like a hose that comes off of it. So wrench was much simpler. It's not a riveter. I know it's not an industrial riveter. It's a wrench. It's not the same tool, but it's
Sounds
a
good.
giant. It's Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun to make, and it's simple colors, right? Simple colors that are recognizable. And it's kind of like what I go like. It has to look good from space. You have to be able to see it, tell that it's like a distinct unit on the field, and it hit all of those criteria. It's another one where I literally just sent them the picture. I sent them a picture of a wrench, and I sent them a pic like the Rose of the Riveter poster, and luckily it's like the color scheme and the general idea of it isn't copyrighted. There
Yeah.
was like a movie a long time ago that used the name or something. But it's based on like the wartime. I guess yeah, it's based on like the concept of it, not the like the person's life or whatever.
Right. Right.
Um,
It's really cool.
but yeah, no, big strong lady with a wrench is what we were going for. And again, they like nailed it. She's flexing. It is a little hard to tell that it's a flex, but like the little like hip motion flex head bob that they gave with it totally works for me.
Yeah. And then your dancing Zerker. Tell us a bit about that one. I actually have, I don't know what it is.
So she's karate lady. I don't really have a name for her, but she kicks people in the head. She and so like they've got like she runs like someone that is very good at karate. I didn't know how to describe the run. I was like, I don't want to end up with a Naruto run, so I'm not gonna like say like ninja or like assassin style kind of thing, right? So I was totally like, run like they know karate. Like I didn't know how to explain it, but yeah, she like dashes, but she kicks in the head. Stream Raiders skins like hair translates well to Stream Raider skins, right?
Yeah.
So I always think like, where is the hair in the skin, right? Like, and it's simple colors. The kapals on the kick, I think, make for a good attack animation, and she's a berserker that kicks.
That's really cool. Yeah.
It's not something that's completely original, but it gives it a little bit of nuance that I like.
I like it, and the way the unit runs for charges for it, it stands out on the field. I think it's sharp.
Right, I think that from a strategic standpoint, I think that like unit movement is something that people don't necessarily think about all that much, but like it's something that the units are doing almost all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like they're moving almost as much, if not more, than they're attacking on almost every map. And so like if you've got to kind of think about what your skin's movement animation is going to look like, because that's something that they're going to be doing a lot.
For sure. And then your
I
war
might
beast.
also be working. I see the comment there. I'm sorry. I see the comment about working on a Rosie cosplay, and I'm also working on different cosplays for the Skinathon. We're trying to figure out exactly what they're going to be, but we're working through the goals of what like cosplay goals would look like for the different skins.
Nice. I remember the first game I thought I dressed up as a pretzel.
I do. I have the pretzel head back here. I also did it for our 40 dungeon run.
That's awesome.
It's a pretzel head.
Yeah.
That's what the army looks like.
And then your war beast.
So that's actually the only one of our like. So for the last Skinathon we did, if someone did 100 bomb, they would get, we would make a skin together, and then the proceeds, like my portion of what the revenue for that skin would get donated to the charity of their choice. And I used a website called Charity Navigator to be like, you can pick any of the ones that are highly rated on this, so that we knew that it was going to be going somewhere that seemed fitting, or that was at least going to make good use of the money. And so that was the collaboration skin there. And it's the War Beast is actually the tiger that's submerged in the river, but he has a frog sitting on his head.
Nice. Yeah, I see the effects, like the attack coming up at the last part of the
Yeah,
sprite sheet.
is right. Yeah, it's for the attack animation specifically. And so he kind of just rolls around. He just rolls around as a frog most of the time, and he jumps out and he attacks you as a giant like savage white tiger. And if you look closely, especially if you have it epic, you can see that like the tiger's eyes are visible in the idle animation. They're just kind of like two glowing green dots that are kind of like just in front of the lily pad. And so the idea was that there's this like lurking white tiger under the water, and then he leaps out and crushes it.
Right.
Or yeah,
Nice.
that's what War Beasts mostly do. They kind of crush it, especially in the last dungeons.
Nice. And then this cute teddy bear thing.
Oh yeah, he's a bear.
Yeah.
He's a bear. He swings a fish. He's a barbarian. And that's fish juice coming off of it specifically. I was like, I don't want it to be blue like water, so I used the word fish juice so many times when I was describing the skin.
Nice.
And I had, so some people might remember, but like one of the earlier viral videos that I remember seeing is like these bears are in a river, and the one bear catches a giant salmon, and then this fisherman runs out from the side of the screen and like fights the bear. and he tries to like fight him for the fish, and it's like a canned tuna commercial. Um, and it's like we kind of like we wanted to make a skin based on that, right? And so it started off as this concept where it's like the bear's gonna wear like the little like yellow fisherman suit and all this other stuff, but like we didn't exactly know what to do with it. But simpler is better, and it just became bear swinging fish. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it from the way that he sits idle with the fish in his mouth. Like I said, hair animations, I think they do really well for Stream Raider skins, because you never know which artist you're going to get.
Yeah.
But like, it seems like hair works well given the constraints of what they have, and liquid motion also works really well in a lot of skins, right? You see kind of like liquids. The boosted monk skin that's out right now is a great example. Like the epic version has this like slime trail that comes down its tongue, and yeah, like liquid effects translate really well to Stream Raider skins from what I've seen. And yeah, no, so like the fish juice everywhere worked out really well. He's kind of got a little bit of like a fur to him, and he's got an adorable little waddle.
Nice. Yeah, it's really cute. I like the story and explanation. Sometimes the way to really understand a skin is that you have to go and ask the streamer or the community that created it. You have to sometimes just hang out in the streams and understand how, like the concept. There's so much.
For sure, for sure.
So that's really nice.
I do also like I try and pick skin concepts and like the ones that go through that are like they have to be simple, right? You got to be able to like look at it and have a connection with it if you're gonna like it, right? Like you have to, whether it's like a reference you understand or an art style that you like. I think that like the skins are really like the emotes of Stream Raiders, and so like you got to find one that kind of like you find skins that like you get that give you a reaction that you like, whether it's you like the way they look or like I said, like a reference you get. And so I'm always trying to find stuff like that. And right, I didn't think anyone could look at the bear swinging the fish and not know what it was, right? I guess like some other large mammal maybe, but like it was definitely like animal swinging fish, right? Like that was the idea.
Nice. So next thing I want to ask is about your upcoming skinathon in February. So tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, we do. We have an upcoming. It's February 4th, and we're gonna. Last time we did the full 24 hours. I've planning on doing that again if I can make it the full 24 hours. But yeah, no, we're gonna do. So like last time I was able to get. I can set up. I have a garage, which is not where I am now. Right now I'm in the living room. Most of the time I stream from my living room. Because I've got to be with my toddler the whole time. It's also the reason the camera's not on most of the time. I'm like in chat talking to people. Like it's I'm in and out doing toddler stuff all day. Right. And then but for the skinathon, right? We take it all down to the garage. We got like full screen, green screen going on. We'll get a couple of camera angles, and, different stuff that we're trying to work through exactly what it's going to look like. Lots of cosplay has been suggested. People really want to see Rogue cosplay, it seems like that, and Karate Lady has also been suggested. So we're working through like which ones we'll be able to pull off. But no, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I really like the boosted skins this quarter, like the alien skins, and I'm sure that it's just like I'm mixing it up, like seeing something new after the boosted skins from last year, which like they looked amazing, but these are very different, right? Like I really like those. I'm excited to see what happens, man. I didn't know what to expect last time. I didn't know what to expect last time. I don't know what to expect this time. Yes, Geek, that is cosplay as the Rogue is definitely something that has been suggested multiple times. It's possible. We found the bodysuit on Amazon. It's totally a thing. Totally a thing. And but yeah, no, I'm trying to place my Stream Raiders units real quick. They at least get into the battles. But yeah, no, I really don't, like I said, I don't know what to expect totally. It last time didn't end up exact. I don't have peppers growing. Like last time, one of the rewards was like I'll just walk out and eat a Thai pepper off of my bush, and it's winter time here, so I don't have like a bunch of Thai peppers growing. So I have some beans left over, like the bean boozles, But yeah, no, I don't have many. So I and also like with for the Black Friday sale, we did discount Bean Boozles because we knew I had eaten all the bad ones during the Skinathon. So like there was like a better chance that they were going to be good. So I was like, you know what, guys, we'll just do them every 5 bomb. You know, we'll do a bean every 5 bomb because these have got to be. They still weren't good. They still weren't good. They were. I didn't like them. They still were all the bad flavors, but I thought my odds would be better. I was wrong.
Nice. And thank you, Slevin, for gifting that 5 bomb. I appreciate it. Got four
Oh,
full skin of that.
Slevin is super dope. That's where I get my marbles drops every Friday.
Yeah, and Slevin's pushing for SR affiliate, and I think he is working good towards the goal. I think you're close. I think you keep a few good streams up, and you'll be definitely there. Ooh, thank you, Legend, for gifting that Berserker skin to Slevin. Thank you. So much love in chat. We're almost at the second pie in the face. So yeah, no, I'm really excited for you. You really crushed your first Skinthon. I had lots of fun when I was there watching, and I think your next Skinthon will be again successful and really fun.
Try and make it a spectacle.
Yeah.
Try and make it something that people are excited to show up for, right? Like just try and do something new, do something exciting,
Yeah.
do something weird. You know, we'll see. Like, you know, I have a lot of hair. Like cutting the hair has come up, but every time cutting the hair has come up, like more people are like, no, that's not what you want to do. Like, so there's something there, but it might not. I don't know what it is yet, but like that there's definitely some hair stuff in the mix.
Nice, nice. And then finally, is that what do you plan in 2022, as well as like as Stream Raider continues to develop the game with what more new features, more units? You got anything planned for 2022 in terms of your career on Twitch or you as a content creator?
So the goal is to get content onto more platforms, right? Like I love doing the Twitch thing, but we're making a lot of good stuff here on Twitch. We're hanging out, we're doing stuff. Like there's a lot of fun stuff happening. Like translating that fun to other platforms is kind of like the goal, right? Like but I'm also not very tech savvy. Like I uploaded stuff to the Hover website multiple times before I realized I could only control it via the app like a week later. So, I'm not like I'm trying to figure that stuff out, but I have no idea what I'm doing, right? Like I didn't come to Twitch as a social media platform. I came here because I wanted to show my cousin like the game I was playing. Like I wanted him to, he wasn't going to play Ravenfall with me if he couldn't see what his character was doing. So I like had to go live so he could see it. And kind of like I'm figuring out the social media part as I go. But like, yeah, 2022 is like content creation. That would be cool. Like outside of Twitch. In terms of Stream Raiders specifically, on my player side, I have a fully developed account, and so I've started to rebuy scrolls. Like I had stopped buying scrolls in the store for a while because all of my units where I won, I got like thousands of scrolls just sitting around doing nothing. And so I stopped buying scrolls to save gold. But based on the announcements, one thing that I've started to do on my player side account is buy scrolls again. So that's what I'm doing. 2022 this year. That's a lot of twos. I'm not very good at talking. But this year I'll probably continue to buy the scrolls in the Stream Raider store. Chef Squad out of Captain Hub. I don't know where they got Chef Squad, but that's a lot of fun. They try to get better at chess. That's one of my goals. I'm terrible at chess right now. I have like a 700 ELO in like the 10-minute bullet games or whatever. And so getting better at chess is like my gaming goal for the year. But yeah, man, I have no idea what it's going to be like. Like my responsibilities as a dad are different now than they were a year ago when I started streaming. And so like based on like the growth curve there, like I have no idea what next year's responsibilities as a dad are going to look like.
Right, right.
So it's hard to plan around that because there's so many variables.
Yeah, but no, I think I love hanging out in your streams. You definitely have an awesome community. I know as I was pushing for numbers and trying my best to reach my goals on Twitch, you're always helpful and supportive, telling people to come lurk and whatnot. So, yeah, no, you've got a great community over there, and I'm definitely excited for your growth in 2022 as well as your Skinathon coming up. The boosted one's gonna be a lot of fun. So, Yeah, no, it's
Appreciate it, man.
yeah, great to meet you through Twitch and Stream Raiders, and I think the great thing about the connections and friendships we made on Stream Raiders that the community is just amazing, and I think we're all really helpful to each other. So it's a blessing to be part of the Stream Raider community at large.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
No, and the I feel like Stream Raiders has like most of Twitch might not know it yet, but Stream Raiders is kind of like the cross section of all the coolest people on Twitch, right? Like it can be in any category. And like the people from any category that see Stream Raiders and it's a thing they're into, like that's the people those are the people I want to hang out with, like and it's like I'm here from miniature painting and like other people are here from like Final Fantasy 14 and League of Legends and marbles and all kinds of other places, and it's like I don't like every marble stream that I go into, but I've never been into a marble stream that had Stream Raiders where I was every time I go into one that has Stream Raiders I'm like, oh, this is pretty dope, right?
Yeah.
Like I think Stream Raiders is just kind of like I said, it's this like cross section of Twitch that is just like I think it's like it's super underrated by Twitch at large at this point, but hopefully that's changing. And I think that it's I don't think that like core value of being the dopest people on Twitch is going to change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm partial. Like these are the people that I literally talk to every day. So like obviously I think they're super dope, but I think that Twitch is slowly figuring the same thing out, and it's why you're seeing so many captains grow as quickly as they are.
Yeah, for sure. Well, F5, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming by. Once again, we'll be staying in touch, and we're excited to see your incentives as you develop your skinathon, and it'd be super cool for you to cosplay that rogue. I'm so excited to see.
Yeah, we'll see what that kind of goal looks like, man. I'm excited, man, and I'm glad you're excited. But yeah, no, we'll see what happens. I really appreciate you having me. I've been listening to all the rest, and you've asked pretty much everybody else what their favorite skin of yours is, but you didn't.
Oh
you
yeah,
didn't ask
yeah. What is your favorite skin of mine?
Hello Kitty tank. It gets played by some of like my best players in both PvP and dungeons, and I have had my butt saved by the Hello Kitty tank so many times. There's at least 2 clips on my channel that are like the Hello Kitty tank walking in at the end of the battle and a bunch of archers just like not being able to shoot it. It's totally a tactical reason, but no, that Hello Kitty tank has saved my butt multiple times.
Right.
I spam your vampire and your flying rogue all the time personally. Those are the ones that I'm out there rocking. But the people I play with the most seem to love your tank, man.
Yeah. No, thanks a lot. Appreciate the kind words, and yeah, no, it's always great to talk to you, my friend, and we keep in touch, as you know, on Discord.
Absolutely.
And
and again, I really appreciate you having me, man. You're one of the many bright spots in the community, and I really appreciate you having me on.
Appreciate it. No, appreciate those kinds words. Everyone who don't know F5 yet, make sure you drop F5 a follow. Skinathon is in February. He's got some amazing community there. Go hang out, go have some fun. Yeah, if you want to see some cool cosplays in February, get some boosted skins. F5's boosted skinathon's where to go and where to be. So thanks again, F5 again, everyone. Thank you, F5. Thanks for being here. Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.